Seth MacFarlane's Family Guy has been on for nearly 20 years, shown more than 300 episodes, and featured thousands of jokes. Peter, Lois, Chris, Meg, Brian, Stewie, and the rest of the Quahog crew have been skewering celebrities and politicians with silly non-sequiturs and razor-sharp observation. Some of these jokes have shown how MacFarlane and his writing team have taken current events and predicted potential future news stories. From celebrity scandals to global tragedies, Family Guy has picked up on current trends and forecast future news stories. Hey folks, and welcome. Today, we're going to look at 10 times that Family Guy scenes predicted future events. At the 1976 Summer Olympics in Montreal, Canada, American Bruce Jenner won the gold medal for the decathlon, a series of 10 events to determine the world's best athlete. In the 2009 episode We Love You, Conrad, Stewie shows his disdain for Jenner's son Brody by saying, "I can't believe that Brody came out of Bruce Jenner." Brian corrects him, telling him Bruce Jenner is a man. Stewie tells him that's what the press would have you believe, but he's not. Bruce Jenner is a woman, an elegant, beautiful Dutch woman. A later scene shows Peter introducing Jenner to a group of rowdy sailors. Jenner, in a feather boa and his 1970s-style athletic gear, struts onto the stage to a classic burlesque tune as the sailors go wild. In 2015, Jenner, now going by Caitlyn, announced the transition in an interview with Vanity Fair. Jenner said that she had been undergoing various forms of transition since the 1980s, but those efforts had not yet become public knowledge. So, did MacFarlane and the Family Guy writers have inside information, or did they truly predict that Bruce would become Caitlyn? Producer-director Brett Ratner was the creative force behind such films as X-Men: The Last Stand, Tower Heist, and the Rush Hour trilogy. In the 2012 episode Lego My Mego, Brian and Stewie find themselves at an auction in which rich men bid on beautiful young women. Brian, dressed as an Arab sheik, tries to break up the auction when Stewie, wearing a wig and a bikini, becomes the next item up for bid. When one of the men puts down a $75,000 bid on Stewie, the auctioneer says, "Thank you, Brett Ratner." Brian rescues Stewie with a $500,000 bid after the auctioneer says, "Sold to the man who doesn't understand auctions." Despite the silly situation the scene depicts, the circumstances surrounding Ratner would soon take a much darker turn. In November 2017, an article in the Los Angeles Times revealed that 6 women had accused Ratner of harassment. The accusers included Olivia Munn, Natasha Henstridge, Catherine Town, and Eri Sasaki. So, was the joke just a random potshot at a Hollywood big shot? Or did the show's writers pick up on allegations of Ratner's behavior before the general public did? Family Guy has often used dark humor to take the sting out of tragedies. In at least one instance, an unimaginable real-life tragedy occurred less than a month after a savage satire appeared in the show. The episode titled Turban Cowboy aired in March 2013. The story revolves around Peter considering a conversion to Islam, as well as his burgeoning relationship with his new friend Mahmoud. The episode shows Peter Griffin winning the Boston Marathon by driving his car through hundreds of runners. Later in the same episode, Peter uses a cell phone he received from Mahmoud. In an odd coincidence, every time Peter dials a number, an explosive goes off outside. Less than a month later, the 117th annual Boston Marathon was held on Patriots Day. At 2:49 p.m., 2 homemade explosive devices crafted from pressure cookers exploded near the marathon's finish line. 5 people lost their lives and several hundred others suffered serious injuries, including runners, race officials, and spectators. The next day, Fox pulled the episode from its rerun rotation and its website. Much like Family Guy creator Seth MacFarlane, actor-comedian Robin Williams was well known for crafting a wide range of offbeat characters. So, it was only natural that MacFarlane's would pay tribute to the comedy legend with the 2014 episode Fat Man and Robin. In the episode, Peter gains the ability to turn anything and anyone he touches into Robin Williams. Before long, everyone in Quahog has been turned into a Williams character, including Mrs. Doubtfire, Patch Adams, and Popeye. Guy. Peter even turns Meg into Sean Maguire, the psychiatrist from Good Will Hunting, and the role that's earned Williams an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. While a world full of Williamses might look fun at first, the resulting chaos leads Peter to consider taking his own life. The episode aired in Great Britain on the BBC Three network on August 12, 2014. Just minutes after the show went off the air, the network aired the news that Williams had taken his own life. While the episode didn't necessarily predict the Robin Williams tragedy, the coincidental timing shook more than a few viewers. In February 2006, then U.S. Vice President Dick Cheney accidentally shot a Texas attorney during a quail hunting trip on a Texas ranch. The incident has become fodder for comedians ever since, including a few Family Guy episodes. In the 2007 episode Meets the Quagmires, the Grim Reaper allows Peter to travel back in time to a point before he met and married Lois. In this timeline, Lois married Glenn Quagmire, Peter's best friend, and the couple has 3 children that look a lot like their alternate counterparts. Also in this new timeline, Cheney accidentally shot Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia along with conservative commentators Karl Rove and Tucker Carlson. The episode's fatal incident took place during a quail hunting trip on a Texas ranch. In February 2016, Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia passed away at the age of 76, also on a quail hunting trip on a Texas ranch. Scalia appears to have passed away from natural causes, possibly a heart attack. Although the episode did not predict the manner of Scalia's passing, the location was eerily on target. After a 3-year hiatus, Family Guy returned to the Fox primetime lineup in May 2005 with the episode North by North Quahog. The episode featured Peter and Lois taking a trip for their second honeymoon, during which Peter convinces a luxury hotel manager to let them use Mel Gibson's private suite. As the couple attempts to rekindle their passion for one another, Lois calls out Gibson's name. The slip causes Peter to feel unwanted and unattractive, so he decides to watch an adult film with a decidedly British flavor. The scene features a couple sitting by a fire and reading. The man suggests that the couple could share an intimate moment. When the woman agrees, the man says, "But let's not." The 2005 episode forecasted how in 2017, British authorities considered new laws that would restrict access to websites with adult content. The Digital Economy Act would have set up a series of age verification checks that would, in theory, prevent minors from viewing adult content. British authorities dropped the plan in October 2019 due to technical and legal complications. As a longtime sci-fi fan, MacFarlane often uses tropes such as time travel and alternate universes in Family Guy episodes. In the 2013 episode Life of Brian, Stewie and Brian return from a time-traveling trip gone wrong, which causes Stewie to destroy his time machine. When the pair go outside to play street hockey, an out-of-control car swerves and hits Brian. His injuries prove fatal, and the family says their goodbyes. Without his time machine, Stewie must face the loss of his lifelong friend. But 2 episodes later, Stewie finds a way to travel into the past and save Brian. Less than a month after Life of Brian aired, actor Paul Walker and a friend lost their lives in an auto accident. Walker was the star of the Fast and Furious film franchise, a series known for its wild car stunts. Not only did Walker do many of his own stunts for those films, but he was also reportedly a real-life street racer. So, how does Walker's fatal accident relate to the one in Family Guy? Walker's character in the films was named Brian.